My beloved child, I speak to you now with a heart full of tender compassion and everlasting devotion. I see the longing in your eyes, and I hear the silent prayers that sometimes slip from your lips in the still of the night. Know that I am right here, closer to you than your every breath, reaching out to guide you through the unknown paths. Even if you have wondered where I was amid your deepest aches, I assure you that I have never left your side. My spirit surrounds you like a gentle cloak, offering comfort and hope even when you cannot sense it directly. Therefore, open your heart and let me whisper words of assurance and encouragement. Let my presence serve as a soft lamp in your darkest midnight, a gentle reminder that nothing is too far gone for me to restore. Throughout all your seasons of doubt, I have been quietly painting new horizons for you, preparing a fresh chapter that overflows with promise. You need only rest in my unfailing love, for I designed you with incredible worth and beauty. Take heart, my precious one, for I have shaped each fiber of your being to reflect my glory in ways you may not yet see. I watch you even in the small moments, when you wake up uncertain of your next steps, or when you feel a sudden rush of anxiety about your future. Every tear you shed is collected in my hands, and every joy you celebrate resounds within my very heart. Therefore, even when the world feels chaotic and your own mind is unsettled, remember that I am your anchor, holding you steady against the harshest gales. Nothing can tear you away from me. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. My dear one, you are of immeasurable value to me, more precious than pearls, more radiant than the grandest sunrise. I call you my treasure, for within you I have placed gifts and talents that are uniquely yours to develop and share with the world. Indeed, I smile upon you as you step forward, uncertain at times, but still determined to find your way through the swirling challenges that life throws your direction. I long for you to realize that your worth does not come from achievements, bank statements, or the approval of others. It comes from my eternal decision to create you in my image, as stated in the words of Genesis, where I formed humankind and breathed life into each soul. In your hands, I have placed seeds of greatness, waiting to be nurtured by faith and watered by trust. Regardless of how many setbacks you face, or how many voices try to tell you otherwise, hold on to the truth that my hand has been upon you since before you took your first breath. Even in the quiet moments when you're not entirely sure if you've taken the right path, my heart is still for you. I do not disown my children. I do not regret the love I have poured out. Rather, I watch in anticipation as you bloom, each day unfolding a new petal of revelation about who you really are. Therefore, fear not, for my kindness knows no end, and my delight in you goes beyond your wildest dream. I am shaping you into a living testimony of my everlasting goodness. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I know that sometimes you hide your pain, reluctant to share it with anyone else. Yet I see your unspoken distress, the tears that linger behind your eyes. If you have felt as though no one truly understands the battles you face, be they physical, emotional, or spiritual, know that I am the one who sees. Remember what is written in the book of Psalms. I have searched you, and I know you. There is no corner of your mind, no cavern of your heart, that remains hidden from my gaze, and I do not peer into your soul to judge you harshly or condemn you. I come to heal, to lift up, and to renew. Have you felt overwhelmed by responsibilities that you never expected? Have you carried burdens from your past that make your future seem cloudy? I ask you now to give those burdens to me, for I am strong, and I delight in carrying the weight that is too much for you. Do not underestimate my capacity to understand. I walked among humanity and felt your struggles. Indeed, My compassion is like a vast ocean that never runs dry. When the storms of life rage and the wind whistles threats of defeat, I hold you firmly by the hand. You are never left to wander alone through a wasteland of hopelessness. I am here, my child. Lean into my grace, and it will sustain you. I bless you. Move forward in peace. When you awaken in the morning and your heart flutters with anxiety, remember that I am ready to shoulder your fears. In Exodus, you see how I led my people through the wilderness with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. So too I will lead you with my presence, guiding each step, illuminating each decision, if you simply allow my love to settle into your soul. There is no darkness that my light cannot penetrate. I know you may question whether you are worthy of such protection, especially when your own doubts bark loudly in your ears. Yet I assure you that your worth is not determined by your mistakes, but by my decision to call you my beloved. I stand as a fortress around you, a shield that will not fail under the weight of adversity. Therefore, step forward in courage, for I am preparing a way where you previously saw only obstacles. Remember how the sea parted for my children to cross on dry land. In a similar way, I will part the obstacles before you, making a path for you to walk in safety. Doubt may come, but it will not conquer you, for my hand is upon your life. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. You may find yourself questioning the future, uncertain if you are on the right path. That sense of disorientation can be overwhelming, but I am not a god of confusion. I have charted a course designed especially for you, and I invite you to trust me in ways you have never dared to trust before. Sometimes the question is not whether you will have a bright future, but whether you will open your heart to see the path I have already begun to illuminate. Pause from the noise of the world for a moment, and you might catch the faint echoes of my guidance in your soul. I am speaking softly, urging you toward decisions that bring life, hope, and joy. Let the reassurance of my promises in the Gospel of John ring in your ears. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness. Yes, my child, even when your steps seem small or halting, I am charting your course toward greater freedom. Now is the time to release the chains of old regrets and walk forward with head held high, confident that my grace extends even into your flaws. You are not stranded. You are being led toward a destiny filled with promise. I watch over you in every breath. I yearn for you to pray boldly, free from fear or hesitation. Some believe their prayers must be polished or perfect, but I simply desire an authentic heart, a sincere cry that emerges from the depths of your spirit. Even the quiet sighs you release during stressful days are like sweet incense to me, for they reveal your innermost longing to connect. As you pray, my ear inclines toward you, and I respond not out of duty, but out of lavish love. When you come to me, do not fear that I will turn you away. Remember how, in the Scriptures, I listened to the cry of the afflicted and delivered them from the jaws of despair. So too, I will deliver you, and I will bring you to a spacious place where you can breathe again. In prayer, you can cast every care upon me, from the simplest worries about your day to the greatest uncertainties about your life's direction. I am eager to share in both your laughter and your tears, for your joys are my joys, and your sorrows pierce my own heart. Hold nothing back from me. Even if you feel your faith is small, it is enough for me to work miracles beyond your imagination. Trust in my plan, and your heart shall find rest. Sometimes you wonder if your hopes and dreams are beyond repair. Perhaps you have tried and failed, and you are afraid to believe that something good can still happen. Let me assure you that I specialize in resurrecting what seems lost. Just as I brought life from the tomb, I can breathe newness into your tired ambitions and battered goals. Do not give in to the voice that tells you to abandon all expectations of joy. Instead, bring those dreams to me. Offer them up and watch as I shape and refine them. There is no dream too grand for me, nor any so trivial that I would disregard it. I made your heart to aspire toward meaningful pursuits, and when your desires align with my will, the synergy is undeniable. Sometimes the best outcomes are the ones that unfold in ways you never anticipated. Let your heart be comforted by the knowledge that I hold the blueprint of your life. I see where each puzzle piece fits, even if you cannot see the bigger picture yet. My timing is perfect, though you might feel it's delayed. Trust that my perspective spans from everlasting to everlasting. I see beyond the horizon of what is visible to you. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I want you to know that your struggles do not define you. No matter how many bruises you carry, how many scars mark your soul, my grace covers you. My grace is not a mere abstract concept. It is real, tangible, and powerful enough to cleanse every failure. Think of how the prodigal son returned home full of shame, only to be embraced by a father who ran out to greet him. That father is a reflection of my own heart for you. I do not wait inside the house, tapping my foot in disappointment. I run toward you with outstretched arms, ready to celebrate the moment you turn your gaze back to me. Think of the times you felt overlooked by others or overshadowed by more successful people. Those experiences do not lessen your value in my eyes. I crafted you with specific strengths and a unique story that can testify to my power. Therefore, do not bury your past hurts in the shadowy corners of your mind. Bring them forth to me. I am the only one who can transform your wounds into wisdom and your pain into compassion for others. Each trial you endure can become an opportunity for my glory to shine through you. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. If you ever feel like you're merely going through the motions, longing for a deeper sense of purpose, hear my voice gently urging you onward. You were never intended to live a life devoid of passion and meaning. I placed in your heart a thirst for significance, and I alone have the living water that quenches it. Remember how I spoke to Moses in the wilderness through a burning bush, revealing a calling that changed history. Perhaps you too have glimpsed a spark of divine direction, but hesitated to believe it was real. Do not stifle that flicker of hope. Instead, lay your self-doubts at my feet. I can transform an ordinary moment into a life-defining mission if only you will listen for my still, small voice. Today, if you hear my spirit nudging you to step out, do not harden your heart. A single act of obedience can bloom into a whirlwind of blessings, not just for you but for those around you as well. Your life has a ripple effect, and I have designed you to bring my light to places where darkness has lingered too long. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I see the heaviness that can gather in your mind as doubts swirl about your worth, your relationships, or your future. In those moments, remember my words in the Psalms. Cast your cares on me, and I will sustain you. Too often you cling to your worries, carrying them like a bag of stones that gradually weighs you down. Let me lift that load from your shoulders. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light, for I do not demand from you more than you can give. Instead, I supply the strength you lack. Lay your anxious thoughts before me in prayer. Whisper them if you must, or shout them if they have grown too loud to contain. I can handle your frustration and your tears. You need not hide them from me. My love does not shrink back when you struggle. It draws closer. I have an endless reservoir of tenderness for you, for I understand every complexity of your heart. Believe that my compassion is active, not passive. Even as you read these words, I am at work in your life, orchestrating events and aligning circumstances that will lead to your upliftment. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Let me remind you of the promises I have made, scattered throughout Scripture. I promised Abraham that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars. I promised my people freedom from slavery in Egypt. I promised a Messiah, and that promise was fulfilled in the fullness of time. My promises do not falter. They stand firm like mountains that cannot be moved. What have I promised you in the stillness of your heart? Perhaps a season of restoration after years of weariness. Perhaps the healing of a relationship that seemed beyond repair. Have you given up on those promises? I urge you not to. Trust that my word is living and powerful, cutting through fear and cynicism. I encourage you to hold on to each promise like a precious jewel, safeguarding it through prayer and unwavering belief. Though storms may come and the night may seem long, my promises break forth like the morning sun, dispelling shadows that once appeared so large. Keep your eyes fixed on me and recall how I have been faithful in the past. My track record is spotless. I have never failed my children, and I do not plan to start with you. I hold you close, even when you cannot see me. Consider how I have guided the course of history, weaving stories of redemption across generations. In Revelation, it is written that I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. This means I govern each chapter of existence with sovereignty. By extension, you can rest assured that I also govern each chapter of your life with attentive care. No detail escapes my notice. I see the small acts of kindness you offer when no one else is watching. I see the patience you extend toward those who test your limits. Each time you choose love over resentment, you reflect my image in a world that often forgets kindness. In this tapestry of human life, your unique thread is essential. If you fear that your efforts are insignificant, let me reassure you. Each gesture of compassion, each choice to trust my guidance, adds color and depth to the grand masterpiece I am creating. Therefore, do not lose heart when immediate results seem minimal. In the fullness of my timing, the seeds you plant today will blossom into a harvest. Keep sowing hope, keep extending forgiveness, and watch how I multiply your efforts in ways you cannot yet fathom. Trust in my plan, and your heart shall find rest. I want you to find joy in the simple things, to savor moments that might otherwise pass unnoticed. If the morning sun beams through your window, warming your face, that is my gentle reminder that a new day of possibilities has dawned for you. If you hear the chirping of birds, think of how they neither sow nor reap, yet I provide for them. How much more will I provide for you, my beloved? Even your laughter, your small jokes shared with a friend, are dear to me. I delight in seeing you embrace the gifts that dot your daily life. Yes, I want you to dream big, to pray for miracles, but also to treasure the laughter of a child, the first sip of warm tea, or the vibrant colors in a blooming flower. These tiny glimpses of beauty are reflections of my creative essence, scattered throughout your world to remind you that I care about the details of your life. Each breath you take is a testament to my sustaining power, a quiet miracle in itself. So when burdens weigh upon your heart, pause to notice the little wonders around you and let them refocus your gaze on my goodness. Fear not, for I bring you into a spacious place. I recognize that you sometimes wrestle with guilt or shame. You may replay old mistakes in your mind, feeling regret for words spoken hastily or actions you wish you could undo. My child, lay down that heavy cloak of condemnation. In the Gospel of John, I declared that I did not come to condemn the world, but to save it. That includes you in your full humanity, with all your strengths and vulnerabilities. My forgiveness is not partial or conditional. It is complete and offered freely to all who turn their hearts toward me. No matter how deeply you think you have sunk, my arm is not too short to rescue you. Your tears of repentance are precious to me, for they signify a soul that yearns for my righteousness. Yet do not linger in the valley of self-accusation. Once you have confessed your faults, lift your eyes to the horizon of my mercy. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are a recipient of my unending pardon. Take my gift of forgiveness and walk forward with a renewed mind and spirit. There is no condemnation for those who dwell in my embrace. I am guiding you toward a shining tomorrow. Allow yourself the freedom to be real with me. Speak to me about the frustrations that gnaw at your mind, about the disappointment you might feel when life doesn't unfold as you planned. I already know these burdens, but my heart overflows with compassion when you choose to share them openly. In that vulnerability, you place yourself in a position to receive my grace. Authenticity breeds deeper connection between us. Do not feel compelled to dress up your prayers in formal language or empty ritual. Come to me as you are, weary, broken, joyful, uncertain, or anything in between. I meet you in that place of honesty and minister to your spirit. If you have felt lonely, remember how I comforted Elijah in his despair, sending an angel to care for him. I will do no less for you. At times, this care comes through the kindness of another person. At times, through a quiet sense of my nearness. In every scenario, I make sure you lack for nothing essential. I only ask that you remain open, trusting in my willingness to show up when you call. Lift your head high, for I carry your burdens. You may sometimes stumble, wondering if you can maintain the momentum of your faith. Let me remind you that it is not your own strength that keeps you, but mine. I have sealed you with my love, a seal that cannot be broken by external pressures. Even when your energy wanes, my spirit within you remains a wellspring of renewal. Draw from me when you feel your resolve slipping. Think of how Samson, though flawed, received supernatural strength when he turned back to me. That same power, shaped by my unchanging character, is available to you. Remember, my power is made perfect in your weakness. So do not fear when you notice your limitations. Let those limitations drive you closer to my embrace. My desire is to keep you on the path of life, not through your own might, but through my sustaining grace. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. In moments of triumph, do not forget to praise me, for it is in gratitude that you open yourself to even more blessings. Gratitude refocuses your mind, stirring your spirit to recognize my hand in every good outcome. Too often people turn to me when they are in crisis, yet quickly forget my interventions once relief arrives. I, however, remain constant, deserving of thanks at all times. Celebrate the victories, both big and small. If you overcame a difficult situation, overcame a temptation, or managed to reach a long-cherished goal, give me the glory. Not because I am insecure or needy, but because gratitude anchors your heart in the knowledge that I am your source. True praise is not forced. It arises naturally when you recall the countless ways I have sustained and guided you. When your lips utter words of thanksgiving, you align your heart with the melody of heaven, where worship is unending. Such an attitude not only honors me, but also enriches you, filling your spirit with light and positivity. Let praise be your first response and your enduring refrain. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. It is understandable that you question why there is so much suffering in the world. Wars, disease, heartbreak. Know that my heart grieves over the pain and injustice. Yet this brokenness stems from choices made throughout generations, from the earliest days of humanity. Still, I have not abandoned my creation. I promise that one day I will wipe away every tear, and there will be no more mourning or pain. Until that appointed time, I equip you, my beloved child, to be a beacon of my light in a world crying out for hope. Your kindness, your empathy, your willingness to stand up for the downtrodden, these are the sparks that can ignite a blazing fire of transformation. Never think your role is too small. Sometimes the greatest revolutions begin with one heart set ablaze by compassion. Lean on me for courage, and I will provide it. Together we will touch lives and heal wounds, one act of love at a time. My plan is still unfolding, and I invite you to join me in bringing glimpses of my kingdom into the present. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Remember the story of Joseph, who was sold into slavery, yet rose to a position of great influence, saving many lives in a time of famine. What others meant for harm, I used for good. That same redemptive power is woven into every trial you face. Even what appears as a setback can be the catalyst for your growth and future success. If you've been betrayed, if your trust has been shattered, let me turn that wound into a wellspring of compassion for others who have walked a similar path. If you have been humbled by loss, let me use that humility to prepare your heart for a glorious elevation that only I can orchestrate. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Trust that in the tapestry of your life, even the dark threads serve a purpose in the final design. I see the end from the beginning, and I weave all things together for good to those who love me. Therefore, do not wallow in bitterness or regret. Fix your eyes on the amazing transformation I can bring from the ashes of disappointment. I watch over you in every breath. Keep your heart tender, for a hardened heart misses the subtle moves of my spirit. A tender heart is like fertile soil, ready to receive seeds of revelation, love, and divine instruction. If you feel bitterness creeping in, maybe due to injustice or unresolved anger, bring it swiftly before me. Let my forgiveness for you inspire your forgiveness for others. Indeed, forgiving someone who has hurt you might be one of the greatest acts of faith you can perform, but it is also one of the most liberating. As you forgive, you free your own spirit from the chains of resentment, allowing my peace to flow unhindered. I do not ask you to excuse the wrongdoing, but to hand the offense over to me. My justice is perfect, and my mercy is unending. Let me handle what you cannot. By remaining open and compassionate, you reflect my image to a hurting world that desperately needs to see glimpses of unconditional love. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Therefore, remain soft-hearted and watch how my grace moves through you to change lives. I hold you close, even when you cannot see me. Occasionally, you may doubt your sense of calling or wonder if you have overlooked your true purpose. Know that I am not elusive in my plans for you. I delight in guiding you, yet I also grant you freedom to choose and explore. There is beauty in how I collaborate with your willingness, blending my perfect wisdom with your unique personality. If a door has closed, do not despair. Sometimes, a closed door is my way of redirecting you to a far greater opportunity. Other times, a seemingly chance encounter can become a divine appointment. Keep your spiritual eyes open. Remain sensitive to the gentle nudges I place in your heart, whether through a sudden inspiration, a word from a friend, or an unexpected open door. I confirm my guidance in various ways. If you still feel uncertain, ask me for clarity and be attentive to my answers in Scripture, in the quiet stirring of your spirit, or in circumstances around you. I am not a God of confusion. I give you what you need to proceed in faith. Trust that even if you take a misstep, my grace is sufficient to realign your course. Fear not, for I bring you into a spacious place. I want you to know that even in the hustle of daily life, work, errands, family obligations, I am there, in the midst of it all. Some think they need to retreat to a mountaintop or a desert to commune with me. but I am just as present in your kitchen, your office, your car. Invite me into your routine. Whisper a prayer as you fold laundry, as you queue in traffic, or as you finish a work project. Each moment can be holy if offered to me with a grateful heart. Do not compartmentalize your life into the sacred and the secular. Everything you do can become an act of worship, reflecting the goodness I have placed within you. See how I accompanied my people through the wilderness, how I was with them day and night. In the same way, I accompany you through the mundane and the extraordinary. Open your spiritual ears, and you may discover that I have been speaking encouragement or direction all along, even in your most ordinary tasks. There is no moment too small or too busy for my presence. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. When you grow weary, when your soul feels drained by life's relentless pace, come to me for renewal. Just as I invited my disciples to rest, I invite you to find stillness in my presence. Spiritual rest does not mean doing nothing. It means positioning yourself to receive my refreshing spirit. Close your eyes for a moment, breathe deeply, and let my peace wash over you. Hand me your fatigue, your mental clutter, your spiritual exhaustion. Like a cool breeze on a scorching day, my restorative power can fill your being with new vitality. Sometimes, all it takes is a moment of quiet surrender to recalibrate your heart. Let my words soak into your mind, for it is living and active, able to revive the deepest parts of you. The demands of life may not diminish, but your capacity to handle them increases when you dwell in my strength. I bless you. Move forward in peace. My dear child, never underestimate the power of hope. Hope is not naive optimism. It is the confident expectation that I am working all things for your benefit. When circumstances tempt you to despair, cling to the truth that I remain in control. Hope acts as an anchor for your soul, grounding you in my promises, even when the waves of worry crash around you. Remember how I delivered my people from captivity, and how I raised up leaders at precisely the right moments. I can do the same in your life. The forces that oppose you, be they internal doubts or external challenges, cannot stand against my supreme power. Hope is the fruit of your faith in me, a testament that you trust my intentions. Nurture it daily by recounting my faithfulness in your past. Let hope shine through your words, inspiring others who see your unwavering spirit despite adversity. In this way, you become a vessel through which my encouragement flows to a world that often forgets how to hope. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. As you look ahead, reflect on the wonders I have already performed in your life. It is too easy to forget your victories when facing new battles. Yet each triumph you have experienced is a milestone of my faithfulness. Like the Israelites who built altars to remember my miracles, I encourage you to mark your memories with tokens of gratitude. Let them serve as reminders that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I parted the Red Sea then, and I can part your present obstacles now. I rained manna from heaven, and I can provide for you in ways that defy logic. Each recollection of my past interventions is fuel for the fires of your faith. I do not change. My love does not waver with time. Therefore, recall your testimonies and let them spur you to greater trust. I hold you close, even when you cannot see me. Never think that your questions or doubts disqualify you from my affection. Even my servant Thomas doubted until he saw and touched my wounds, yet I did not cast him aside. I met him in his uncertainty and gave him the evidence he craved. If you are wrestling with doubt, bring it to me honestly. I welcome a sincere heart more readily than forced piety. I do not intend for your faith to be blind or absent of thought. I gave you a mind capable of exploration and reasoning. Seek answers in Scripture, in prayer, in fellowship with believers who have walked the path before you. I may not reveal every detail of my plan, but I will give you enough clarity to keep you on the path of trust. When you find yourself wavering, recall that my ways are higher, and there is great mystery in my sovereignty. Still, my love remains consistent and tangible, enough for you to hold on to even when some questions remain unanswered. Trust that I am bigger than your doubts, and I will guide you gently toward truth. Fear not, for I bring you into a spacious place. Consider how my goodness weaves through each chapter of your story, even the chapters marked by sorrow. Think of your heartaches as crucibles of growth. Though you may feel you have walked through fire, you will emerge refined, shining with a resilience that only grace can forge. I do not waste suffering, I transform it. In the scriptures you see that even in exile, my people learned to seek me more earnestly. In times of famine, they discovered my miraculous provision. Likewise, your trials can become testimonies. Perhaps you've already seen glimpses of purpose in your pain, moments where empathy for another's hardship blossomed from your own tribulation. Treasure these instances, for they highlight the depth of my redemption. I am shaping you into a beacon of hope, a living testament that darkness does not have the final say. Therefore, keep an expectant heart, for I am sowing seeds of greater faith within you each time you persevere. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Now, my cherished one, as I bring these words to a close, remember that my love for you is unchanging. No matter the seasons you pass through or the transitions that lie ahead, I remain steadfast. Think of the cross, the ultimate act of love, demonstrating that I would stop at nothing to reconcile with you. In every breath you take, my mercy flows, reminding you that you are precious beyond measure. Though the world may shift, I am the rock that stands immovable. Hold fast to the knowledge that your future is held securely in my hands, guided by my benevolent plan. Whatever joys or challenges come your way, stand firm in the confidence that I have gone before you, preparing each step. In me, you lack nothing essential. You have my promise. I have prepared a place for you on the next part of your journey. I bless you and your household. Take courage as you move ahead.